Hello everyone, this is The Breakdown and welcome back to another video. In today's video we'll be taking a look at the first movie from Phase 2 in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The movie we'll be looking at is Iron Man 3, or as I like to call it, Iron Man, the movie that ran out of ideas. You like it? No? Oh, I thought it was good, but anyways, you're not here to listen to my bad jokes. You're here to listen to me give my opinion on Iron Man 3. And frankly, all I can say about this movie is that this movie was better left alone, in the darkness, all by itself. I'll be explaining myself in a moment, but before that, as always, spoiler warning. As I said in the last video, in the Avengers movie review, I said that I'd be avoiding the use of footage of the movies as much as possible due to copyright issues, and instead I'll be using more pictures. So, without further ado, let's get started. Insert the intro. I'll start off this review by talking about the bad things this movie had to offer. So, I get that many fans wanted to see more of Iron Man after the Avengers movie, and believe me, I did also, but the producing team behind this movie had no idea what to do for a third movie. Like, we don't need to see another standalone Iron Man movie right after the Avengers movie. I feel like having another 5 Avenger movies would be better than 10 standalone superhero movies. Change my mind. Anyhow, going back to Iron Man 3. I feel like this movie was done in the span of a couple months, and that's not a good thing, obviously. Everything from the villains to the main plot feels very rushed and not well paced. The beginning of the movie follows up on the issue of Tony and his post-traumatic flashbacks from the Battle of New York, and I thought this was a great way to start the movie. If the movie would have been only about this and maybe one more side plot, the movie could have improved. The movie has too many plot points, and most of the plot points don't affect the MCU whatsoever. We have the side story of Tony and his trauma, we have the Mandarin story, we have the Iron Patriot story, we have the Aldrich Killian story, we have the Extremis story. I could literally go all day talking about the many plot points this movie has, but it would only be a waste of time. Anyways, during the first act we are introduced to our first main villain, Aldrich Killian. This dude had no business on being in this movie. I feel like this guy was added last second to add more runtime and to expand the plot more. All this guy does is try to ruin Tony's life because he didn't give a crap about him in the past. Just take a second to process that sentence. This guy's motivation to kill Tony is that Tony Stark himself didn't give a damn about him in the past, now he wants to kill him. Damn, Aldrich Killian is a badass. He can really light it up. Get it? No? Again? Oh, yeah, where were we? Right, Aldrich Killian is stupid, useless, and a complete waste of a villain, in my opinion. Moving on to the Mandarin, and to be honest, this villain was the most disappointing out of both in the film. You dare to use the equivalent of the Green Goblin in the Iron Man universe and make fun of him? Now that's disrespectful. The Mandarin in the comics is arguably the most important villain to Iron Man, and the MCU pretty much just threw it down the drain by faking his existence. There is no way the MCU would be able to reintroduce the actual character in the Mandarin in the MCU again without any repercussions. Nothing else to say there. Also, Pepper Piper. Wait, no. Pepper Green? Pepper Orange? Alright, Pepper Potts. Well, she was awful in this movie. She was alright in the last 2 movies, but in this one, she was almost as bad as that chick in the Incredible Hulk. Remember her? Yeah, me neither. Pepper Potts was pretty underwhelming and had no effect on the actual plot until the end, when she gets powers for like a minute and we never see her use those powers again, ever. So yeah, overall this movie isn't very entertaining and it feels like a cash grab for Marvel. That's why I said at the beginning that this movie would have been better if left forgotten and untouched. It really feels like this movie isn't connected to the MCU at all for the most part. None of the issues in the story impact the MCU as a whole because this movie was made intentionally to fill a gap in the MCU timeline. Alright, enough talking about the bad now, let's talk about the good. Oh yeah, I forgot. There isn't anything good about in this movie. Sorry guys, it is what it is. As much as I want to give this movie a 0 out of 10, it is impossible because Iron Man is Iron Man and you cannot change that. Regardless of my hatred to this movie, I'll end up giving it a 5 out of 10 because this movie has average and was rushed into the scene. I would have not cared if the MCU did not make another Iron Man movie, or at least have better villains instead. But after all the downs in this movie, I think that Robert Downey Jr. saves this franchise once again, because without him, the MCU wouldn't be here where it is today. And that is all for today's video. What did you think of this movie in general? Did you enjoy it, or at all, or did you hate it as much as I did? Leave your opinions down in the comments below. Also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter at TheBreakdown12 for updates in the future content. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video and subscribe to keep up to date with my content. This has been The Breakdown. I'll see you guys in another video. Peace out.